Hey guys, and welcome to another episode where today we'll be looking at the role, purpose and styles of music video and how to analyze them. Please do subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you always know when more content is being released. And as always, any questions you've got, please pop them into the comments below and I'll hopefully come back to you soon. Music videos are still a very popular medium, which despite only being available on specialised television channels back in the day, do research the role of MTV and how music videos became a turning point in introducing audiences to different artists, genres, and taking that experience of the viewer past that of simply the music to what we see today. Music videos are a huge range of on-demand, re-watchable, shareable, interactive through comments and likes. They're products on video streaming platforms such as YouTube, available now 24/7, and also on a range of device platforms, phones, games consoles, computers. We could argue that music artists or bands look to create music videos for many reasons. It helps them to sell a song, to promote themselves. It also introduces a new artist or song to audiences, and lastly, to show off and help represent an artist's image, or even look to change or reintroduce an artist's look. There are too many times, aren't there, where music artists have looked to reinvent themselves. Now, one example being the very famous Miley Cyrus in her music video Wrecking Ball, where she decided to pose nude in certain scenes, which created that divide not only between fans but also critics. It certainly challenged her previous Disney Hannah Montana image that she was known for. She visually doctored and modified, reinvented herself in a very bold way. We mustn't also forget that before the time of YouTube and other social media platforms and the internet, if you didn't attend a live event, a tour gig or a live performance of the artist you liked, you were simply only therefore going to be able to hear them upon the radio or in another media of the time, vinyl, cassette, CD. You had no way of visualizing what the artist looked like. You could only hear the lyrics and music, which of course left a lot of interpretation. Audiences also perhaps watch music videos to be entertained, to possibly connect with that artist. It helps them to understand the artist's character or meaning behind the lyrics to their songs. A further idea here could be that a music video is produced to also showcase the artist's other skill, perhaps their ability to play an instrument, their dancing or choreography skill. Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, even Usher, and many well-known pop artists are renowned for their dancing skills, which is why for the audience, seeing them live is a very different experience to simply listening to the song. So I would argue that there are three main types of music video, and these are often referred to as the music video form or music video style. Same thing. I'll leave the links to the videos used in the examples in the description below. We begin with performance. Now think of this as a live or a concert-based music video. The artist is performing to you, the audience, often with direct address like I am now, looking to camera, keeping that eye contact. We might see technical codes of close-up shots for intimacy with the artist or the band, full or long shots to show the stage, and perhaps slow tracking shots following their movement. In this example here, the setting and location is very minimal. There is black cloth or black wall and simple strip lighting. The emphasis is upon the artist's skill in playing their instruments and singing to camera. Now, does this style of music video emphasize the mode of address of intimacy for us? Perhaps. We spend time in their presence, again, quite close. We allow them to address us. They're singing to us, perhaps trying to connect with us. Many audiences prefer this music video style, and particular genres of music might even promote this music video type. I might suggest rock genre as an example. Artists who are very technically able to play guitars, drum kits, bass guitars, etc. with the level of finesse that they do. Why don't we celebrate that and showcase that talent within the music video? A second music video style is referred to as narrative. Now expect to see characters, perhaps with roles. Again, think protagonist or antagonist. We would typically see a plot or a story unfold over the course of the music video. Also, typically using high budget in its production. There'd also be, usually, links to lyrics with specific visual references, helping again the audience to identify how the lyrics should be interpreted. Now, two good examples I find useful to model here are Bad Blood by Taylor Swift and All the Stars by Kendrick Lamar. Firstly, we see Taylor Swift play a protagonist character. She's fighting, initially in the start of the music video, a group of antagonists. She has a clear role, a purpose, and is the heroine character for us to follow. Later in the video, she shows us her skill sets, her strength, her agility, and there's a lot of link to intertextuality, links to other media products, films, TV shows. You can search this, there's lots mentioned, Tron, Hunger Games, etc., Kill Bill, an awful lot put into this music video, so it's a great one to study. The role of our character, however, Taylor Swift, is to look to defeat the antagonist, who's being represented as Katy Perry, being played by Selena Gomez. There is, however, a clear binary opposition unfolding. Each character has an army of assassin female supporters. The music video climaxes to show a war-type battle at the very end. Again, considering budget here, consider the pyrotechnics, the scale of what's being done. When you perhaps consider the level of CGI, the amount of celebrities involved in this as characters, the locations, the intertextuality references, this as a music video has perhaps broken boundaries. It has almost crossed the line to become a small film production. The quality of visuals here are vastly different to that of the first video example I showed you, simple black background. The budget would have been tiny in comparison, but again, is Taylor Swift looking to provide more than just the song to her fans? She can represent herself as an action hero, a tough alpha female, a strong, courageous woman. She can set the tone for others to follow. She can create a hype about her brand and get audiences talking, again, through her music video. Now, this music video did very well and is regarded still as one of the most popular videos made, considering this link to intertextuality and production value. The second being All the Stars by Kendrick Lamar. Interestingly, of course, this song is produced for and set to the very successful film Black Panther. So Kendrick was already having to match the expectations perhaps of that of a Marvel type production. Again, big budget, striking visuals. And it doesn't disappoint. Kendrick again has a role and plays a savior type character, challenging stereotypes and almost being on a quest to save the group of young children, perhaps representing all children, of which we see him with at the start of the video. There isn't so much a plot, so to speak, but we clearly see the character role. We just spoke about Taylor Swift and her role. In the same way, we see Lamar exploring forests, followed by panthers, approaching large, scaled goddess-type characters, cutting also to supporting singers in space with galaxy-type environments. Now, there are technically astute tracking shots being used here, which would only be possible with large-scale green screen productions. Again, you would only typically find in high-budget films. We ultimately follow the thought process of Lamar transitioning into Africa, its history, and perhaps its journey to freedom. This said, both of these music videos also include elements of performance to their style. Both of the artists are singing, they're performing to camera with, again, direct address to you, the audience. Now, although they're not playing instruments or dancing, they are performing to us at particular parts of that music video. So these, like many others, could be considered a hybrid, both performance and narrative. It's always up to interpretation. We have lastly a third music form of video or style named conceptual, or often referred to as abstract or metaphorical. Now think of this as simply a music video which isn't telling a story, so to speak, or performing in the traditional sense, but rather to create a mood. It might not make much sense, you might not feel as in you understand what's going on, you feel confused, and there will often be a high level of mystery, enigma, specifically linking, as we know, to Ron and Barthes' enigma theory, the element of hermeneutic codes. You have unanswered questions, or often there might be semantic codes. There's double or multiple meaning from what could be interpreted. Now, this music video style has become more common with popular music, especially with the advancements in editing and CGI and the era in which artists and bands wish to now look to express themselves and represent themselves perhaps differently in alternative means. Concept music videos are definitely pushing creative barriers, often creating a visual experience which, again, you would not have concluded by simply listening to the song as an audio track only. One good example to model here is Do You Remember by Brun. Although it has part performance, again, a good hybrid, it leaves us asking an awful lot of questions. Where are we? Why the dance routine is the way it is, a bit uncommon. Who are these individuals? What's the backstory or the meaning to the music video? But a very good, bizarre version of a concept music video. Another good example might be Other Side by Red Hot Chili Peppers. A very bizarre and unpredictable setting, which evolves with links to German expressionism. The animated art type visuals alongside the characters puts us in fictional worlds of which we find it very difficult to relate. Finally, a good example of creating mood can be seen in Cedar Lane by First Aid Kit. Now this is almost a montage video, simply transitioning through spectrums of colour, often sometimes showing a face of a character, but again with no real context. There's no setting, no movement, no performance, just simply the layering of video in vivid colour. It's very interesting and a lot again to leave up to interpretation. So there you are, there's your three main video styles. Each different, each with their own benefits and conventions, but again, often being blended, hybridized. Many music videos today are performance, narrative, and concept combined. They will fuse together elements of all three. It certainly makes, you could argue, for a more interesting product, and perhaps one which targets more audiences. Music videos are great when they get people talking. They become viral, and again, the more popular, help of course to sell the artist and gain them a following over time. Guys, hopefully this has been useful in analysing music videos, recognising the three different forms, and it's hopefully given you some examples to think about and the ones you watch as well. Until next time, thanks for watching, do stay safe, see you soon.